The suspect pointed the gun at the officer and fired at least 3 rounds at the police officer. We believe this to be true because there are 3 projectiles that we recovered with trajectories going towards the officer down the hill and 1 piece of ballistic evidence located behind the officer. At that point, the officer returned fire. As the officer moved towards the suspect continued to pull the trigger on his gun. Once we recovered the gun, we've learned that that gun malfunctioned and it was jammed. So even after the suspect fired 3 shots at the officer, he continued to pull that. The officer returned fire as he was being shot at. There were some loud marches, some loud protests, hands up, don't shoot, some obscenities yelled at police officers. I think the department showed a tremendous amount of restraint. The officers on the scene, in the face of severe criticism, did an excellent job. During the demonstrations and the march that happened ultimately to Grand Avenue and then both north and south on Grand, south as far as Gravois, several police cars were damaged. Windows were smashed in police cars, both marked and unmarked, along with some body damage. I think this is another example of when individuals that have guns, 18 years old, no stranger to law enforcement, sees a police officer and runs. It happens far too frequently. I wish it never would happen. In this case, this individual ran from the police. I know emotions are high and I know tensions are high, but the reality is what we've seen, or what the evidence tells me right now, is an individual pointed a gun at a police officer, fired at least 3 rounds, and continued to pull the trigger.